And tonight our conversation would be, it shall be, when you can't stay off of the playground. Grown-ups, your children, yourself, and others, when you just cannot stay off the playground. It's not for you. It's for the kids. We all need to grow up in some shape, form, or fashion.
The playground is for children, not your grown tail.
You heard
that. In
that.
other words, grow up.
Grow up. The playground is for children and not grown-ups. We take them there to play with their friends, to have fun with the little ones, to watch our little ones play. They learn from us. But if we're always on their playground, taking over their playground, where are they going to play at? Kids learn from us. So if we are doing things in front of our kids, we're going to the playground, taking kids, adults that haven't grown up to the playground, or they at the playground with friends and whatever, it's time for you to grow up. It's time for us to grow up and be about grown-up business. Stay off the playground. That is our conversation tonight.
Yeah.
And you might have friends that's on that playground that's playing all the time. You might have, and this gets to everybody. You might have someone that's 45, but they're dating a 20-year-old. That's on the playground. You're still playing on the playground. You haven't grew up because you're not 20. So you're 40 or 45, but you're dating a 20-year-old. So you still want to play on the playground. And when that 20-year-old want to go out and party, want to go clubbing, want to hang out with the friends, but you don't want to hang out with them because you don't have much in common with them. That's why we say stay off the playground. You grown. What do you got to say?
I gotta say, it's 8 o'clock night time is the right time. The only time is fancy putting it down. I'm walking the walk, keeping it hard like asphalt. Night talk connected to the streets like the sidewalk.
Night talk.
It's time to blow your mind.
Yep,
It's
night talk.
It's one of a kind.
It's night talk.
Conversation for your elevation.
Night talk.
Spreading facts throughout the nation. Fancy, you ready to start the show?
Yeah. So let's get started, honey, talking about when grown people cannot stay off the playground.
Now, Fancy made a statement earlier. Now, when it comes to personal relationships, if somebody want to date somebody younger,
that's you.
I want somebody want to date somebody old, that's their business. But if it goes awry, if it backfires on you, if you're crying and complaining about she don't never stay at home, she don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do that. But that could be with any age.
Any age.
You know, but I'm just saying, you know, there's perks to things and there are disadvantages as well.
Exactly.
So it's up to you. Like I said, you're supposed to be grown, so you're supposed to be making grown man and grown woman decisions. But if you behaving like a child and you're not mentally there for as being grown, you know, they say age ain't nothing but a number.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and being grown, you know, is an aspect of age, right?
Yes.
As we age, we're supposed to be getting wiser, not dumber. You know, it's all right to have a childish, or not a childish, but a childlike behavior or demeanor, but it's not all right to be grown and acting like a child. You know, it's all right to have that innocence of a child, but to be acting like a child, that's something else totally different. You know, get yourself together.
Because I can say that. Because sometimes when the grandkids are here, I can get down there and play cards with Deuce. I can play dolls with Layla. I can become a 9-year-old with them. And that's just out of fun, but I know I'm in charge because I am the adult. I know how far to take it. But some people up here, they don't never grow up. They don't never grow up. They don't know how to present themselves the proper way in public. They don't know how to answer questions. They don't know how to even fill out a simple application because they're still child mind. They're childlike. And as adults, you got to grow up. Because like the Bible say, when you become a man, you put away childish things. And that goes for a woman too. When you become a woman, you put those childish things away. It's so many people that have not grown up yet. They might be 40 or even 50 years old, but when you see them and you start a conversation with them, they act like they're about 20 or even 16 up here because they never had a chance to grow up. And I say that to say because your parents never grew up. Your parents done childish things with you and around you, so you don't know who to be. You don't know, hey, am I really 40 or am I really 20? Because the way I act, the way I carry myself, and the way I'm so get excited over just simple little things. Simple things I get excited about. Not important things. Important things, I don't know how to handle myself. I don't even know how to take care of writing my bills out. Because I was never taught. Because there are some parents that didn't teach their children because they was childlike. So you're childlike because mommy was childlike. Daddy was childlike. Daddy stayed on the playground. Mommy done things. And I sit there and I watch them. And that's why I say all the time, your children don't start learning from you when they're 5 and 6 and 7. Your kids started learning you when they're an infant. They started learning you in the womb. They started knowing how to sleep. If they're going to sleep all day, or if they're going to sleep all day, night and be up all day, because you taught them that. When you was carrying them, that's what you was doing. And they go for any mother, any woman. We got to stay off of the playground up here. That means a lot of things, saying stay off of the playground. You got to learn. Because sometimes people think, oh, I'm 80 years old. Can't nobody tell me nothing, honey. I've been through that. Hey, I'm 60 years old. I've been down that road. I've been there. But you know what? They have to get there. They have to get there too, especially if they don't listen. Because you got some people in the world, that's why I say they're childlike, because can't nobody tell you nothing. Can't nobody tell you that, oh, I heard it's going to rain in the morning. So you might want to take your your umbrella. I don't know what she's talking about. It ain't going to rain. She just saying something. I don't care what the news say. I know it's not going to rain. Because I looked at the news the other day and they didn't say nothing about no rain. And it ain't even cloudy outside. The sun is out and it ain't going to rain. That kind of thing. You're on the playground too much. Playground can mean a lot of things. Not only that a man or a woman going out there, going with our children, because that happens too a lot, of messing with the children, but going to the playground, that can mean in your mind, the way you see things, the way you think about things. What do you have to say?
Here goes a study. It says there are a number of reasons a person might be holding on to immature behaviors that make them appear to be a childish adult, including having been habitually rewarded for immaturity. See, that's something I always say. Mm-hmm. Quit rewarding people for bad behavior. And see, this is what our society is teaching. That's why don't nobody behave no more. That's why don't nobody listen to nobody. That's why you can't tell nobody nothing. Because if you look on TV, if you look at the people that run this world, mm-hmm. You can look at one of our presidents. They
True.
act
True.
like children.
They do.
And they get rewarded for it.
Mm-hmm.
They stomping their feet. They lying. They acting like a little child. They having temper tantrums. They throwing food on the wall. They can't eat nowhere but at McDonald's. That's a child. But we want these type of people to be our leaders.
Yes.
Now, ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be youthful.
No, there's nothing wrong with
Ain't
that.
nothing wrong with that.
To dress youthful.
To dress youthful.
Yeah.
I dress.
To look.
Look.
The look.
I'm older, but I still dress youthful.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because I'm still a big hip hop person, and so that's the way I carry myself.
Exactly.
And I dress youthful, but if you see me out there, I ain't acting like no little child.
Mm-mm.
I ain't acting like no spoiled brat.
Nothing like
And
that.
people can talk to me, and I can listen to them.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
True.
They can tell me something, and I say, oh, okay. Even if I don't agree, I'll still listen. People can tell me things. That's the sign of being an adult.
Okay.
But if you can't listen to nobody,
And you always right. You never
always right.
wrong.
Yeah.
You never wrong about nothing.
And that's the sign of childish behavior or some type of mental illness.
Yes.
Which is a show we talked about at one point in time. It's a big mental illness crisis out there.
Excuse me.
Talking about the pandemic. It was a pandemic. It's still a pandemic of mental illness going on.
It is right now.
People are losing their mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I know Miss Fancy be getting carried away with her stuff, and she's passionate about what she's saying. And I told her, don't stop doing it.
He did.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
If I ain't got no problem with it,
Yeah.
keep doing it. All right? That makes the show entertaining.
Yes.
So do it, Fancy.
And it's like today. It's like today. When I went to Walmart today, and when I got there, I had music on in my car, and I could just hear this screaming and cursing, and I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And it was such a beautiful day. I got out of the car, and I heard, no, let me go. You let me go, you MF. I'll kill you. All this just vulgar language, and people were just cussing, and this woman was screaming, and everybody was standing around. They had their cameras out, and so I went up there, and they had this young man on top of the car, and a cop was on this side, one was behind him, one was over here, and this woman was standing here, and she was yelling at the cops, and they was yelling at her, and then there was a woman standing over there by herself, and I went over there, and I asked her, I say, ma'am, what's going on here? And she said, I don't know, but what I heard, they were stealing in the store or something. He was with his mom, and he ran, and the cops got him, and he was fighting the cops. So they brought him out here, and they handcuffed him on the ground, pushed him up, pulled him up, and threw him on top of the car. He was biting and spitting at them. I say, so that's why he got the spit bag over his head. And by the time I said that, this white guy walked up. Do you two know either one of them? I say, no, I don't. Well, you need to put your camera up and don't do that. If you're not part of this and you don't, and the older woman that was standing on side, she said, you know what? We're doing the same thing you doing. Well, I'm with the ETMC. She said, well, where? I don't see no ambulance out here. She said, you need to mind your business because we doing the same thing you doing. And so at that time, I was getting ready to cut my camera off anyway. And the mother, she turned around. And y'all over here filming stuff about my effing son. It ain't none of your GD business. You cut your cameras off right now. And the older woman say, you know what? That's what's wrong with the world today. And that's why your child is right there like he is today. Because of you. You say one more thing and I beat the F. She say, baby, you don't want none of this. She said, I'm not afraid of you. But you, the way you talking in front of your son, he already in trouble. And you supposed to be his mother. Black people make me sick. Well, I can make you sick. And she just started cussing and cussing. It didn't even make no sense. And then one of the cops let her son go. He took his arm off of him because he had him like right here real hard. And he said, if you ain't got nothing to do, everybody get out of here. Get out of here. And one lady say, sir, I work here. And I don't have to get out of here. I work here. And I came out to have me a smoke. And so I just walked off. And the man was just standing there looking like Peggy in the face. Because I'm like, who is he to come and say something to somebody? We looking, like she said, we looking just like you looking. And that woman, she never did leave. She stayed there. And the mother and her was going back and forth even when I walked off. And she was just telling her, she said, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's your son. That's why he's in there stealing and doing what he's supposed to do. Because he got a mama like you. You standing here cussing people out instead of trying to talk to them cops about what your son did. You need to take care of that right there. And get out for us. But she was so angry. She was cussing. She was mad. And she was angry and asking them, can they take the bag off of his head? And because he was saying, Mama, I'm hot. I'm hot. I better take this MF off of me, Mama. I'm hot, man. I'm going to F you up, man. You let me loose, man. Sad. And he was in there stealing. At least that's what she say she heard. Because I really don't know. And so that's what happened in Walmart today. And I just, left that alone. And then when I got into the store and I went down to get some oatmeal, because Sharon gave us some oatmeal, and I went to buy some for him. And when I went down the aisle to buy him some oatmeal, it was these two females. They were together. And one had a basket stacked full of food and the other one had a basket full of food. And I said, well, I guess they got their stamps or whatever. And then they was fussing because the woman was putting 2 cans of chili in the basket. And she say, take that the F out. I already got chili. She say, yeah, but I'm getting some more. You know how the kids eat. She say, I said take it out. She said, I'm not taking nothing out. She said, girl, don't mess with me because I'll fight you in this store. She said, no, you ain't going to do nothing to me. So I just hurried up, picked up that oatmeal, and left that aisle. Because who don't want to be there when they fighting? I don't. And this is just getting ridiculous because both of them look like maybe one of them was about 25 and the other one looked like she was maybe about 32. And both of them was smelling like a skunk. Mm. So loud the whole aisle smelled like a skunk. And that's what we talking about. You ain't grown up yet here. You still on the playground because you want to go out there. It's okay to smoke your weed. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you coming out in public, have some decency about yourself. Nobody want to smell the skunk. Some people like the way it smells. I don't like the way that smell. And all you have to do, keep some baby powder in your truck, in your car, and before you get out, put it in your hands. And
that's an old prison thing they do.
That'll get rid of that scent. It'll get rid of it.
Yeah, you do the baby powder.
Yeah. Don't nobody want to smell that. It stink, and you stinking up a whole aisle. You smelling like a skunk. You stink. It's not a good smell.
Well, the way everybody carries themselves these days, it ain't no thing as self-discipline no more.
No, it's not. It's not.
And it's like even the adults, the ones that supposed to be in charge,
they do what they want to do.
Act like they ain't had no home training.
Exactly.
And they too busy following the childlike people, the young people trying to be like them.
Yeah.
Trying to do what they do. So we ain't got nobody got the blind leading the blind.
And that's what it is.
You know, and so everybody out there acting a fool. Mm-hmm. You know, and our conflict resolution skills.
Where they at?
They ain't got none.
Where they at? Look, they gone out the door.
I ain't got my Boondocks shirt on, but I'm a big Boondocks fan. I don't know if y'all watched it. It was an animated series.
He loved Boondocks.
I'm all about the Boondocks. And Boondocks, they forecast or told the future about a lot of stuff that's going on right now. They did ahead of time. Yeah, ahead of time. And,
they sure did.
And one of the things they would talk about, and they would say when us black people get together and we start having an argument, they call it. I ain't gonna say. I'm just gonna say they call it the N-word moment.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
N-word moment.
You have an
And-
N-word.
And when you have
Moments.
the N-word moment, that means you usually doing something childish.
Yes.
Cause
Like the ladies in the South.
Yeah, your conflict.
That was childish.
Your conflict resolution skills are none. The first thing you gonna do, you ready to fight.
Yeah.
First thing, and then as we can see every day on the news, everywhere else,
It's
they
crazy.
shooting up N-words everywhere.
They are. And it don't matter what color you are.
Yeah, I mean they shooting.
They
up,
doing it.
They shooting up everybody.
It's
right?
on everything. The internet. Wherever you go.
Yeah, and so
They saying it.
and
The
they say-
N-word.
They say one reason why people can be childish, you know, we said they could be rewarded for immaturity, but another reason they could be surrounded by other not so mature people having an abusive upbringing.
See?
They had an abusive upbringing, or not having mature role models while growing up. You know, that could be part of it. as
Yeah,
well.
it can.
Because the way we was trained when we was younger, you had them role models.
You had them.
You had those people to train you up in the way you should go.
But now,
Nah, it's like
they ain't got it.
It's free for all now. Look, the little kids is 2 or 3 years old. They cussing up a storm. They got the kids dressed up in some dang hooker boots
yes,
and a stripper outfit, twerking
twerking
at 2 and 3.
at 2 and 3.
Yeah, and so hey, how you think the children go behave? You trained them up in the way they should go.
Yes.
Yeah, they not, and then you gonna be complaining about the kid. You can't tell the kids nothing. No, you can't tell them nothing, cause you trained them up in the way they should go. It's too late. You can't tell them nothing. They don't respect you no way.
They don't. And they gonna do what they want to do. Because whatever you telling them as a parent, and your kids are grown now, and you telling them something, they just gonna say, oh, okay, mama, yeah, I hear you. It's going right in this ear and out the other and hit the floor. They don't care. They don't want to hear from you. They just don't. And then a lot of grandmothers ain't saying nothing to their kids anyway because grandma trying to hurry up and go out on women's night, on Thursday night, and be in the club Saturday and Sunday. It's just a thing.
I'm going to put another aspect on there. A lot of grandmothers ain't saying nothing because they scared too.
Yeah, that's true. They scared.
They beating up the grandmas and taking their money.
And taking their money. And they scared of their grown kids too.
They scared of their kids. The kids
they're afraid of them.
Threatening them. Whooping them.
And taking money taking advantage of your own parents. Shame.
Where we live,
Shame
there's a lot of older
people.
And these people out here, these dang, look, I'm gonna talk about it. They out here bullying these older senior citizens.
Yes.
Threatening them. Act like they're gonna and look like they trying to beat them up as well.
And it's sad.
And we had an incident where they tried to run that same game on us. Well, no, that's over with.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another boy, but I ain't gonna.
Yeah, we don't go off into it, definitely.
I ain't gonna go off into it, but it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. People, and then you see something and you don't say nothing. I'm not gonna let you take advantage of me.
Well,
I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna stand up for what I know is right.
And we'll see.
And that's what we need to do. Stand up for what is right.
Now, okay.
Just do it.
I agree with you totally, Fancy, but a lot of people ain't gonna stand up for what's right because they scared something gonna happen to them.
Yeah, they scared.
Ain't nobody gonna come.
That's true.
And help them.
If I say this.
If I say ain't nobody gonna come to their aid.
Who gonna help me?
Who gonna help me?
Who gonna stand up for me?
Nobody.
Because I don't know how to stand up for myself.
Well, it ain't that they don't know how. They too old.
Because I'm just not, I'm not going to do it.
Well, they too old. They can't fight nobody. They can't defend themselves.
No, but you ain't got to fight.
What? No.
Sometimes you do,
I know
but
you don't
have to.
I'm just saying.
You can fight with your tongue.
No, I'm just saying. These old people ain't going to say nothing.
They ain't going to say nothing.
They scared.
They scared.
They
you
scared.
Right. They afraid. And they get taken advantage of.
They getting taken advantage. That's what
By younger people.
By younger people.
Because if you go anywhere now, you notice that in charge, even on your job, it's a lot of young people in charge. Mm-hmm. A lot of young people are running. They managers now. Mm-hmm. They managers over apartments. They managers over the offices and stuff like that. Everywhere you go, these people are in charge and they don't know nothing. But they trying to tell you something and being ugly towards you and disrespectful.
Well, the term is bully.
Yeah, they it's so many bullies.
Everybody's a bully now.
They are. They're bullies.
Everybody's a bully.
They are bullies.
And being a bully is a sign that you are in regression and you have childish behavior.
That's right. You haven't grew up.
You on the playground.
You still out there on that playground, and you need to bring your tail from the playground. Yeah. You need to be an adult, because that's what you are. You are a grown person. Stand up for what's right. Do right by people and stop talking down to people. Because the way the world is now, it's just race against race now. It's still there.
Well, it always has.
And that's always been that way. But it's getting worse now. Mm-hmm. It's getting so bad now. It's just to the point it's ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense.
I'm going to add something to that because everybody think everything is getting worse.
It's been there.
It's been there. Our only thing different is your eyes are open.
Yeah, you open.
You getting to see
that third eye. That third eye is open. It was closed.
Everybody is waking up.
They're waking up, smelling the coffee.
We tell you to wake up. Now it's time to grow up.
It's time to grow up.
Yeah, so
you getting older.
You getting to see what's really going on around you in your surroundings. And everybody says, "Oh, it's getting worse." No, it ain't getting worse.
It's been that way.
It's always been that way.
It's been that way.
And so now, if people would stand up and band together,
that's right.
You could eliminate a lot of this stuff. Because this guy I listened to, he said, "Hey, if everybody in the world wouldn't go to work or do nothing for one day. Don't go in a store, don't buy no gas.
Don't buy no food.
Don't go to work.
Just do it one day.
Just for one day. We could put a stop to all of this in one
Everything in one day.
One thing they don't like is you messing with their money.
They don't like that. Don't mess with my pocket. You can do anything else, but don't mess with my pocket.
Look, it's 9 billion people on the planet Earth?
Yes.
And out of that 9 billion, it's 1% controlling everything.
And everybody.
It's maybe about 100 people.
That's controlling everything.
There's families.
Yeah.
Like the Walmarts, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, all them kind of things. Like that kind of stuff. And
taking over.
Well, they've been the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
And the poor get poorer.
Yeah. And it used to be a so-called middle class, but that's almost gone.
Exactly.
Look what a middle class person got to pay for a home now. It's ridiculous.
And it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Because if you get a home and that home is at least $200,000 and under, you ain't getting nothing. You getting a shack.
You ain't getting jack.
You getting a shack, a house with 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, no garage. Paint off the house, a wood house.
You getting the Barbie house.
You getting a Barbie house for $200,000.
You get the child. You get the child.
Or it's got 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. Mm-hmm. And it's sad.
And it's old.
In
a bad neighborhood.
Yes.
In a bad neighborhood.
And it was born, because I don't say houses the year they built. I say they were born. Mm-hmm. I said that house was born in 1973. Mm-hmm. And they want $250,000 for it.
No, they want more than that.
Or more for some of them. Mm-hmm. And it's sad. It's ridiculous. Everything is going up, but your money is here.
Well, the way they deal,
it ain't moving.
The way they deal
ain't moving at all.
The way they deal with people now, and the way they just trying to just take everything from everybody. That's childlike behavior.
That's childish. And it starts at the top. It don't start down here. Mm-hmm. It starts at the top.
I always start at the top.
Because they greedy. And they want more and more and more. And they want to pull it from the ones that ain't got nothing.
And being greedy is a sign of you ain't mature.
You ain't mature. Mm-mm. They still out there on the playground.
You're on the playground. Get off the Ferris wheel. Get off the merry-go-round.
Exactly. Get out the swings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get up and go learn to ride a real horse.
That's right. Okay.
Like say this ain't my first rodeo, right? And so and they say people act this way, and they say one thing that happens, people regress.
Exactly.
Cause everybody, we still in pandemic territory.
We are.
We still in a recession. We still in joblessness. We still in a lot of violence.
Everything.
It's a lot of everything going on right now. And they say what happens, people can, a lot of times you regress and go back to childlike behavior because you can't deal with what's going on.
That's right.
It's one girl we watched, her daughter's like that.
Yes.
Yeah. She regrets.
She
Because
regrets.
anytime she gets stressed or
She do
incident
things.
happens, she do things, she might even hurt herself. you know?
Yeah.
And that's a form, they call that regression. That's a popular but frequently forgotten defense mechanism is regression.
It's what they do.
When things get too difficult and a person feels vulnerable, defense mechanisms kick in as a way of self-preservation. Regression is a return to childlike behavior as a way to avoid adult-like reality and responsibility.
And that's why some people, even in a relationship, it be one person that's very aggressive to the other person, and the other person just shut down. They don't say nothing. They just quiet.
It's regression.
Because you being so childlike, you gotta have all the attention. You gotta be all right. So you just sending that other person out of the room so you can play on your own playground. Because you ain't grew up yet.
You ain't good, cause see,
You don't have no feelings for that person to know that I need to give her a chance, or I need to give him a chance. I need to let him speak. I need to shut my mouth because I wouldn't want him to do me like that. But when you on the playground, that's what kids do. They put each other down. They get mad at each other. They say ugly things to each other. And then a minute later, they'll come back and play with each other like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
Because they're a child. They are a child. So are you a child? Ask yourself that. Am I a child?
Yeah.
Sometimes we act like, I ain't saying you can't laugh and have
ain't nothing wrong
fun.
with
You
that.
can't talk and laugh and
ain't
just
nothing wrong with
have
that.
a good time and play games. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But-
But when it's time to be an adult,
Yeah, because if you
take your place.
if you got to do something,
Take your place.
if you got to do something at the expense of somebody else's feelings,
Exactly.
that's childlike behavior.
That's a childlike behavior.
If you feel everything got to go your way,
Child. You're a
it's
child.
childish because you can't. What they tell you on your report card with your kid, a child works well with others.
With others.
Yeah.
And you gotta eat. Excellent.
Yeah, you gotta eat, but a lot of people ain't getting no E.
They ain't getting no E. Some of them getting a D. Incomplete because you can't work good with
You
nobody.
can't work good with nobody.
And then they'll say you work good in groups. Some people can't work good in groups. And a lot of this still revolves around people being jealous. Jealous hearted.
Jealousy is a sign that you ain't grew up.
You ain't grew up. So what I'm gonna be jealous of cause you got some red bottoms on. I'm so jealous that I can't speak to you at church. I'm just like, you speak.
Jay-Z said it best.
I ain't got time for that.
Jay-Z said,
I love your shoes, girl.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Wish I had some.
Jay-Z said, you jealous? He said, that's a female trait. You mad because you push dimes while I push weight?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Not saying that females are jealous, but he just making a...
Yeah, he's just making a point.
He said, man, you acting like, what they tell you on the street, you acting like a bee.
Yeah, stop acting like a bee and grow up.
Grow up. Man up.
Yeah, you gotta let certain things go.
Go, yeah.
And it's a lot of relationships is like that.
Look, if you compare...
They still out there on the playground.
If you competitive with your spouse...
Exactly.
That's childlike behavior.
That's very childish.
What you competing with your spouse for?
That's your spouse.
That's dumb.
Cause if he get a suit and a pair of shoes,
I got to run.
I'm going going to get me a more expensive dress. I'm going to get me 2 dresses. And I'm going to get me a purse. And I'm going to get me 3 pair of shoes. Oh, yeah. He can't go and spend more money than me. He got a new car, so I'm going to go and buy me a new car.
Yeah,
how old are y'all? 15 and 16?
That's childlike behavior. People don't see it that way. People don't see it doing. I know a lot of couples that are like that.
I do too.
A lot.
They are just like that.
Hey, just like that.
They got to go tooth to tooth.
I'm not going to be competing with Miss Fancy over
there. And I ain't going to compete with him. He the man. And I can't do a lot of things to do. And I don't want to do a lot of things to do.
A lot of signs of childlike behavior when we don't, okay, I know a lot of people don't like this because of all this LGBTQ stuff, but when a society misplaces its gender roles and what, because we always had rules and regulations, what the female did
and what the man did. Yes.
Now we ain't got none.
No, we don't have none.
They can't even call a real woman. They don't even call her a woman no more. They call her a cis woman.
Yeah, but you're a cis
whatever
woman.
That is.
Yeah, you're a cis woman.
Yeah, that's childish.
Or you're a birth mom.
Yeah, that's childish. A woman is a woman.
Yes.
No matter how you slice it or dice it, a woman is a woman. And you can't replace a woman.
No.
And you can't be here without a woman.
That's right.
Yeah, so quit. Look, we support we support everybody.
We do.
But we can't support no lies.
We support everybody.
Quit lying. Quit lying to yourself and everybody else. We support you, but you can't. If your goal is to knock out the real woman, you can't replace no real woman.
Why?
You can't.
Why though? Why can't I be a man and I can live as a woman and I can dress as a woman?
You can do anything you want to. We don't care.
Okay.
But keep it above. Keep it 100.
Okay.
A woman is a woman is a woman. You can't replace no woman. You can't do it. Now, I know they have a lot of arguments about this and all that kind of stuff. But science is science and facts is facts and receipts are receipts. What's real is what's real.
Somebody say, please tell what the F you are talking about and who you're talking about.
We're not talking about
LOL. We ain't talking about nobody. When we have our talk, night talk, we talk about everything that goes around in the world. We ain't talking about no specific person. We talking about anybody that is childlike. Anybody, it can be your neighbor, somebody in your family. It ain't gotta be you. You might know somebody, your best friend, somebody you went to school with. That's who we talking about. We ain't calling out nobody. We're just talking in general. This is what Night Talk is about. To help people, somebody that need a spoken word, somebody that needs to hear the truth. Somebody that's looking for something, an answer. You might find it on Night Talk because we talk about everything.
Yeah, and
nobody in Pacific we're talking about.
And when you come on our feed saying all kind of dumb stuff, that's a sign of childlike.
No, they say go on, they're listening. So that's what we're not here to pick people out and say, oh, if you this, if you that, because hey. We just talking about the world.
Yeah, the truth is the truth.
We just speaking what's from our hearts, what he put on our hearts to say, what we gotta say, that's what we saying. We ain't trying to pick nobody out and say you this and talk about you. No. So a lot of people think we ain't talking about you, we talking in general.
Look, if anybody out here is against women, I'm talking to the men.
Yeah.
That's a sign of childlike behavior.
Okay.
It is. How you gonna be against a woman?
You don't need to be against anybody.
Yeah, you don't need to be against, but I'm just talking about...
Not anybody in general.
I'm talking about what a respect for the woman. You couldn't be here without no woman.
You couldn't be here without a woman.
And see, that's the truth we need to accept.
We birthed you all.
Thank you.
You all came from us.
Thank you. And we need
everybody came from a woman.
Everybody came from a woman.
You came from a woman.
You came from a woman.
She carried you.
She carried you.
And birthed you.
And birthed you.
And that's why it's ugly for people to disrespect women. And especially men to call a woman out of her name disrespecting her. Because when you disrespecting a woman, you disrespecting your mama, your sisters, your aunties, your grandmothers, because all of them is that woman. They all are identify as a woman.
Well, hey, look here.
They all identify as a woman.
I'm not here to tell you.
They deserve respect.
I'm not here.
Everybody do.
I'm not here to tell you that the black woman is God, but I'm here to tell you that she the closest thing you gonna get while you walking here on earth. Because she the one made you.
She made you.
She made you.
You came from a woman.
You came from a woman. Point blank. Can you argue that?
No, nobody can argue that.
You came
from a woman.
Mm-mm. She ain't no cis woman.
And they was trying to vote. The government was trying to vote to call us birth women.
Yeah.
For our children can't call us mama anymore. They have to call us birth women. Birth mama. Or birth, not even mama at all. They say call them birth women.
Look,
we are birth women. That's what they want to call us.
I'm for everybody.
Whether you had a child or not, you're a birth woman.
I'm for everybody having their rights and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times you go too far with this stuff. You making up stuff.
Yeah.
Don't lie. Look, we ain't got no problem with you getting your rights.
No, at all.
You getting to live like you want to live.
No problem with that.
But don't. I call cap, which means you lying on a lot of stuff, just so you can get in control and see what you. And what a lot of people are doing is they pretending like they really care about women, but they really don't. They want to replace the women.
They do.
With real women, and that ain't real.
And that's not real. They want to take over.
That you know, I call cap on that. That ain't real. You can't replace no woman.
Can't do it.
You can't do it. You can't replace no woman. You can't do it.
We irreplaceable.
Yeah, thank you.
We irreplaceable.
Yeah, and
everything you own is in the box to the left, to the left.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, but that's true.
Yeah, and to have that type of argument to me,
it's ridiculous.
It's childlike behavior.
It's very childlike.
And they call that Peter Pan syndrome. Okay, they call it Peter Pan
syndrome.
Because you don't never want to grow up.
You don't want, and I ain't gonna grow up.
And I ain't gonna grow up.
You do the same thing over and over again, and that's how a lot of marriages end, because one of you will not change. You stay the same way. You do the same things. You don't want to change. You right about everything. You never wrong. Mm. He's always wrong, or she's always the wrong one. I ain't wrong. I know I'm right, honey. I ain't wrong. Oh, he was saying that about me. That ain't none of me. I ain't like that. I don't know what he's talking about, because I'm not like that. Mm. I'm better than that. That's not none of me. He don't even know what he's saying about me. But yet y'all been together for 20 years. Mm. And he don't know you. Mm. Yeah, I think he know you. And I think you know him. It's time to change.
Peter Pan syndrome,
what
also
is that?
Referred to as
heard that.
Peter Pan complex is a condition in which adults continue to hold on to childhood tendencies rather than develop into the socialized aspects of adulthood. These individuals essentially remain in childhood, struggling to accept accountability and venture out on their own.
Yes.
I don't want to grow up.
Yes.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
and I'm not growing up, because a lot of people are like, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And they're not changing.
Look.
They stand with the way they are.
Look, I don't care what you do, but when it comes to dealing with people, you just got to have a better solution than just arguing, fighting.
Yeah, you got to do better.
Starting trouble. I mean, you know, it's a better solution to that.
Because to me, don't you get tired?
Yeah. Well,
of it?
It makes you tired. It ages you. It makes you sick. There's a lot of things that you don't know.
Because you holding stuff in.
Well, a lot of people don't hold it in.
They don't hold it in, but they let it out. But you hurting the person that you with.
Or you hurt yourself.
And sooner or later, they going to exit from you. And then what?
Yeah.
Then you going to want to shut your mouth. Then you going to want to say, well, I did this and I did that. I should have done better. But it's too late then.
Look.
It's too late.
Well,
you done screwed everything up. It's too late.
What we operate in now is a throwaway society.
Exactly.
Don't nobody want any time to get rough or tough. Boom, they out of there.
They don't stay.
They don't stay. They don't stick
Can't
with
deal with
nothing.
it. I'm not
Can't
dealing
deal
with
with
it.
it. I ain't dealing with this. They can't stick with nothing. And that's why we got these types of behaviors now from everybody.
I mean, it's everybody.
It's everywhere. You can't go nowhere. So they acting the fool with you.
You can't go to a teller at a bank
And with you know,
and pull out your own money without an attitude from that person that's supposed to be doing their job. And these people on these jobs, childlike. They don't want to do their job. They want you to do it for them. And that's crazy. Do your job. I'm just trying to get what's owed of me. Can you just do your job? I don't even know you. Why you treat me like that?
When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child.
Yes.
I reasoned like a child, but when I became a man, I put away
What you do?
childish things. That's
Put
what
away
Pastor
childish
told us
things.
earlier.
That's what I said early.
1 Corinthians 13:11.
You put away childish
You gotta
things.
put away childish things.
You gotta let it go.
Let it go. Let go and let God.
Let God.
Yeah, let it go. But you know, everybody to each his own, and everybody grows up at different rates.
They do.
Everybody don't
Different
grow up
stages.
at different stages.
Different stages.
Different stages. You know, you always even Jesus had to grow up.
That's right.
When Jesus had his powers when he was a child, he was a terror. He's messing with everything.
He's messing with everybody. In the streets doing everything. He had to grow up.
Yeah, he had to grow up. You know, with great power comes great responsibility.
That's right.
Yeah, so you know, you got to go through your stages, and you got to develop, and you got to learn how to carry yourself in certain situations.
Okay.
You know, and that goes for all of us. That
They go for everybody.
includes Miss Fancy. That includes
That's right.
Mr. Fancy. That includes everybody. You know.
There was a man in Africa. He was walking, and he kept on going by this guy, and this guy had these a little bitty thin piece of wood, and he was making some what's the game you like? Chess.
Chess.
He was making chess pieces out of this little wood, and the man just stopped and he said, "Man, you know what? That's great, man. You doing a good job." And he never would look up. He just keep making them. He keep making them. And so he walked by him again. "Man, I love what you're doing. You're doing a good job." He never raised up, never answered him. And then when he went by the third time, he said, "Man, you doing a good job." He said, "Why you won't answer me?" He said, "Because if you tell me I'm doing a good job and I raise up and say thank you, and then from that moment on, I'll be doing a bad job. So that's why I don't answer to a good job." And I'm like, wow, did y'all get that? Did you get that, Mr. Fancy?
Explain that to me.
He's saying that he didn't answer to him doing a good job because if he answered to that, that's all he gonna get. He answered to that. Well, that means he gotta continue on to do a good job. And if he do a bad job, what is he doing then? He's not doing a good job anymore. So why should I answer to you doing a good job? Because you're gonna come back next time and tell me I'm doing a bad job. It'll be that mean I answer to bad. So I got that he's saying, don't tell me I'm doing a good job, just let me do my job. And then you'll come back later on and say I done a bad job. And he was like, wow, that was strong right there. That was a good point. And I got it. I don't know if nobody else got it, but I got that. Because a lot of people tell you, in other words, you're doing a good job, but up here, they know you ain't doing a good job. So they being sarcastic with you in a way. But he was doing a good job, but he said he won't accept that.
I got to the point on any job now, don't come tell me I'm doing no good job, which I get.
You get what I'm saying now.
Because I don't even want it.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. Oh, keep the work up.
All I want you to
Oh,
do.
you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I don't want, because they like to say they're being sarcastic.
They being sarcastic. That ain't even mean
Even
it.
if you are doing a good job, that ain't what they mean.
But he say later you'll come back and tell me I'm doing a bad job.
Yeah, so
why do I want the good?
I'd rather you just leave me alone and let me do my work.
Exactly.
I don't need you. I don't need nobody. If you gonna say I'm doing a good job, put some more money in my check.
Yes, show me.
That shows me I'm doing a good job.
Yes.
Because I don't, if you pat me on, I can pat my own self on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because on these jobs and everywhere you go, it's childlike people.
Yeah.
They giving these, and that's why we got to raise our little children. Because they going to be leaders. They going to be our police officers. They going to be the judges. They going to be the lawyers to defend us. They going to be the doctors in the hospital that take you into surgery. But they childlike. So are you going to walk out of that surgery? Were they playing while they was doing your surgery? Are you going to make it? We got to stop being childlike. There's a time for everything.
Time, place for everything.
It's a time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bible will tell you that. It's a time to laugh, a time to cry. It's a time for everything. And even a time for us to leave this world.
Mm.
So it's time to be about our business.
Mm.
And be an adult, because nobody knows when they're going to leave here. Nobody knows. If I don't wake up in the morning, what have I done today that I can be proud of?
Mm.
Do you ever ask yourself that? Instead of getting up, going to work with an attitude, getting out of your car, you don't even want to be there, so you mad. People, how you doing, Miss Johnson? I'm good. How are you today? I said I'm good. Do you want to know? And that might be your last day to be on this earth. But you took it in a childish way. In a childish way. We don't know what tomorrow going to hold for us. We don't even know if we're going to wake up. That's something that means something to me, that I'm going to get up and I can get out of this bed and I can walk. My limbs work. And I open up my mouth. I can talk. I can go in there and cut my water on and take me a bath. And it's so many people can't do that. It's time to grow up. It's time to be about your business and stop trying to be jealous of everybody. Stop trying to hurt other people. Because hurt people hurt other people. They want somebody to feel the way the other person did them. They want you to feel hurt. I don't want to be hurt. So we got to stay off that playground. We got to walk in our faith. I can't say that enough. Walking in your faith is loving yourself. Yes. Showing others you love them. Showing, giving a smile. When you ain't even got to raise your hand. How you doing? I'm good. If you ain't want to say nothing, hey, you ain't got to know the person to be kind. Kindness will get you so much further than being childlike, hateful, and mean. That has got to stop.
That's all.
It's childish.
That's all people seem to do now. They don't even want to.
They don't want to.
Be civil toward each other.
They don't want to.
They ready to start something with you right away.
They ready for no reason at all.
It don't even be nothing.
It don't be nothing.
You know, there's an actual disease.
Okay.
It's an actual disease called immature personality disorder.
I believe
It's
it.
an actual disease. It's was a type of personality disorder diagnosis. It's a diagnosis.
Okay.
It is characterized by lack of emotional development, low tolerance of stress and anxiety, inability to accept personal responsibility, and reliance on age-inappropriate defense mechanisms.
Okay.
It's an actual disease.
Wow.
Documented. And I never do that.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe.
Because people have, it's so many mental things that's going around with people. And some of your children are like that. Instead of you listening to them and getting them help, go to your room and leave me alone. God, boy, get in that room. I ain't gonna tell you no more. You gonna go to bed. And he just steady coming in there. He just steady, but mama, I got something to tell. Boy, you better go to get in that bed. He might be finna tell you, Mom, I'm thinking about killing myself because they bullied me at school. But you didn't give him a chance to tell you that. So in the morning when you wake up, you find your child dead in the bed. But he tried to tell you. Listen to your children. Stop being out there on that playground so much in your mind. You such a child. You can't listen to your child. This world, this is what Night Talk is about. Because I'm out here going places. I go to the stores. I do things. I'm on this line. And I see people, they got so... it's something going on up here. It's something going on. People need help. And no, I'm not no doctor. I ain't no lawyer. But I am a good person with feelings in my heart. I care about other people. I care about them. And it's just sad that you just want to put people down and mistreat them for no reason, just because you don't like them, or just because somebody else don't like them, or just because you didn't lie on them and said so many things that when they come around, you got to put them down. That is so childlike. Grow up and stop it. You're being a kid.
Yep.
Grow up.
Grow up.
It don't make sense.
This one's for the men. It's a man who exhibits persistent patterns of emotionally immature responses and behavior is sometimes referred to as a man-child. Man-child in the promised land.
Whoa, did you hear that?
People married to these individuals might complain about having an immature husband who does not behave like an adult in their relationship. You know, it's a lot.
It's a lot of that.
It's a lot of.
A lot out there that's going on right now.
And they calling them thugs, but they something else.
What are they?
They man-child.
They man-child.
Everybody else think they thugs and it's cute.
Yeah. But then as a woman, what you need to realize, you picked that.
You picked that.
You went out there and that's what you picked. That's what you wanted. And then to the man, you picked that. That's what you want. Because nowadays, relationships is not built on the heart. It ain't built on that. It's built on the boobs, how big the butt is, how pretty the face is, and what size she is, or what size he is, how good looking he is, how much money he got. It's built on that now. That's not a real relationship. That's a playground relationship. Y'all are teenagers.
It's childish.
And you living and you being a child. That's what's going on with you.
Wake up.
And that's what needs to happen.
Grow up.
Grow up, smell the coffee. Because what you need to realize, you go on the playground and you get with these women and these men, and then you have 3 and 4 children, and then when your kids grow up, they won't listen to you. They doing stuff that you don't understand why they doing it, because you did it in front of me. You taught me how to do this. You and Daddy, I watch y'all do it all the time. So that's why I'm doing it. So don't get mad at me when you see your children doing certain things that you did. You see them following your footsteps. Don't get mad. You did it in front of them. So don't be mad at your grown child because they're on the playground. That's what they're doing now. They got this woman, they got that woman, or they got this man, and she got this man, and she got kids by 4 men. Don't get mad at her because you had 5 kids by 5 different men. So now your daughter done did it and you mad at her. She got it from you because you never came off the playground. You stayed out there playing on the playground. We need to think about that. Think about what an impression that we put on our children. What we put them through. We have to think about things before we open up to our children and let them see us bringing a man in the house tonight that's not their dad. And we barely know because we went to the club and brought him home with us in front of our children.
Yep. You know what?
And it's a lot of that going on today.
I didn't know they were still doing that.
Yes, they still doing that. They still going to the club and bringing a woman or a man home with them that you don't know. You don't know who they last slept with. You don't know if they got AIDS, gonorrhea, chlamydia. You don't know what they got. But you bringing them home, sleeping with them. It was just a lady on the internet the other day. She was telling how she got AIDS. Mm-hmm. Went to a club, kissing him in the club, brought him home with her, sucked him off 3 times.
Didn't know him from a hole in the
Didn't even know him. Mm-hmm. Had sex with him. And then they started dating. And I wouldn't call it dating. Like she said, when I needed a hit, he came over and took care of me. And they was going at it and having sex after sex. And then she woke up one morning, her throat hurt. She had a fever. She was sick, went to the emergency room. And the doctor told her to go back out there and see because I need to talk to you. Later, he had a conference with her. He said, how long have you had HIV? And she almost fell out the chair, just crying. What are you talking about? You got HIV. And it's really bad. Have you passed this on to somebody? Stop going to clubs, bringing men and women home with you. You don't know them. You don't know nothing about them. And you bringing them home and you having full sex. That's childish. That means you are a child. That's what a teenager would do. She'll go to a house party and take an 18-year-old home with her. Or go to his place, or go to the car and have sex in the back of the car. Yeah, she'll do that. She's 16. I can expect that from her. Mm-hmm. But from a grown-up? No. Here's my number. Oh, yeah, we'll talk. You can call me. Call me this week. But baby, I want to go home with you. No, you can't come home with me, but you can call me and we can talk. Let's just take it slow. And if she would have took it slow, she might have found out that he had AIDS. Mm-hmm. And he was wrong for that, but he was a child. He'd been on the playground.
Now tell him how many women he did that to.
He had done that to over 15 women. Mm-hmm. 15 other women, he had given them HIV. He didn't care. He probably was angry because he got it. Mm-hmm. And people be angry and they holding a lit torch and they want to get everybody they can get. I'm going to give it to her. I'm going to give it to her. I'm going to just pass it around because I got it. Mm-hmm. They took my life from me, so I'm going to take their life. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I don't care who I sleep with. As long as I give it to them so they can feel like I feel. Mm-hmm. That's why it's important. Stop sleeping with everybody. Everybody don't deserve to sleep with you. Mm-mm. Everybody don't deserve to come to your house and be around your children. And be in your dwelling, period. Because you don't know if they're going to come in there and drop something. As we said the other night, the hook. You don't know what they're going to do. Mm-hmm. You don't know what they're going to do to you. You got to be careful in these relationships with people because some people in relationships with women and men that don't even like them. Mm-mm. They don't even like you. Mm-mm. They with you because of what you provide for them. That's why they with you. That's the only reason why. You got to wake up and be about your business. We got to wake up, people. Stay off that playground. Mm-hmm. Be an adult. Think about things. Think about it before you take a total stranger home with you. Who is this person? Do he like little kids? Because I got 3 at home. Do he like little boys or little girls? Do he have a venereal disease? Instead of asking a man or a woman, where do you work at? What kind of car you drive? Do you own a home? You need to ask them, have you ever had a venereal disease? Do you like little children? What you mean like kids? I'm talking about like them sexually. I'm telling you, you have to ask questions. Stop asking about what job you at. How do you feel about family? How's your mom and dad? Are your mom and dad still married? Do they get along? You got siblings? Are your siblings? Are they healthy? Are they good people? Ask these questions. You don't know these people. And some people are taking strangers home and ending up dead.
Yeah.
Guys, come on. Come off of that playground. Wake up. Wake up. Be an example for your children. And be an example for yourself. Because this world is cold-blooded.
Yeah, sure is.
This world don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about nobody. They care about themselves and this. How much money I can get from you. How much money I need. That's all they care about.
Mm.
It's a lot of things that we have to do in the world. Like I said before, we shouldn't have to pay for water. And somebody say, well, they got to clean it. They never would have to clean it if they hadn't mixed it with other stuff.
Yeah, dude, why would you put your waste
They put waste in
in
it.
your water?
That's why they got to clean it.
Yeah.
If they would have left it the way the Lord gave it to us, we wouldn't have to pay for water, and we have plenty of drinking water.
Clean water.
Clean water.
But if you're going to put your waste
But they
in your
mixed it with the sewage.
Yeah.
That's why we got to pay for water. We pay for apples.
That's why our
We
water
shouldn't have to buy apples.
got all them chemicals in it.
That's right.
We got all them chemicals in it because they got to clean it because they put in the waste.
They put in the waste. We shouldn't have to pay for gas. It's a lot of things.
Well, now they're going to make you pay for it. Yeah.
I know, but we shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
Because
things.
it come out the ground.
It come out the ground.
Yeah, it come out the ground.
But we still talking about that child life thing. You got to stop it. And guys, we ain't gonna hold much longer.
Yeah,
What you got?
I got one more. It says someone's psychological or emotional age is often evident in emotional reactions and habits. Signs of emotional
You hear that?
childishness include emotional escalations, temper tantrums, blaming everybody else but yourself,
Blaming everybody but yourself.
lies, and name calling.
Yes.
Lies and name calling.
Being hurtful to people.
Someone who is emotionally childish may also have poor impulse control, which means soon as somebody says something, they off. They can't control themselves.
Yeah, they go off like this.
Boom. I mean, soon
They gotta tear you down.
soon as somebody says that, they can't control themselves and need to be the center of attention
At all times.
at all times,
Childlike.
or they engage in bullying.
Yes.
Cause see,
And want to put you down.
if somebody's a bully, that don't mean they tough.
No.
They're displaying childlike behavior.
And they hurting inside.
They hurt the
They won't help, but they don't know how to go about
They don't
getting
know how to
it.
go about it.
They don't know how to come and say, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I please just talk to you? And then if they want to talk to you, it's about something irrelevant. It's not about them, because they do nothing wrong. It's about the spouse, somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's sad. We got to grow up and come off of the playground.
Hey y'all, it's time to get off the Similac.
The Similac,
Yeah,
okay?
get off the Similac.
Get off the Similac.
Get off the bottle.
And the breast milk.
Yeah, it's time to grow up.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to grow up.
Because everybody like to have fun.
Yeah, ain't nothing
But
wrong
it's
with
certain
that.
things
You can have fun without
you need to be an adult about. And guys,
You can have fun without being immature.
that's right. Exactly. And everything about money. And money and you can't buy. That's what
Yeah.
Miss Janice said. Everything about money.
Money can't buy you love.
It can't buy you love. You gotta love yourself first. Because
Yeah.
if you love yourself, you won't be on the playground.
Yeah.
You ain't got time for that. Because you know your worth. A lot of people don't know their worth. You gotta know your worth
And grow up.
and grow up.
Yep.
And we have to get off of here. We have to leave these lovely people. And we're gonna give shout outs, Miss Janice,
Miss Janice in the house.
Cam,
Cam in the house.
El Pro,
L Pro in the house.
and Silly Sarah,
Silly Sarah's in the house.
Sigma,
Sigma
Danish,
in the house. Sigma who?
Danish,
Danish in Sigma Danish in the house.
Karoma,
Karoma?
I think I'm saying it right.
Okay.
Karoma in the house.
All right.
And Shara,
I think you already said Sarah.
no I didn't.
Sharon?
Shara, I guess I'm saying it wrong, but and Bison, Benson,
Benson. Benson.
Levy,
Levi.
Big Dog,
Big Dog.
Adam, Benny.
Is that our Benny?
That's our Benny. Kisawisa.
Yay, Kisawisa.
And Trench.
Trench in the house.
And Yosifa.
Yosef.
YOSEF.
Okay.
And you know what? And everybody else that stopped by, you were streaming and you stopped, honey. You got to come back on here. Yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 o'clock.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, baby.
Yeah, because it's 8 o'clock night time is the right time. The only sound is fancy putting it down.
I'm walking the walk.
Keeping it hard like asphalt. Night talking to the streets like the sidewalk.
Night talk.
It's time to blow your mind.
It's night talk. Yeah.
It's one of a kind.
It's night talk.
Conversations for your elevation. Night talk. Spreading facts
throughout the nation.
Peace.